from beautiful South Florida, there's a look at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Miami Dolphins. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Now we're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. We'll get an update when we come back to Miami. On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
This secondary has really developed into one of the strengths of this team. They diagnose, they cover, they run, they hit. What a nice team.
Right back to Achane on second down. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for first.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. From the gun, it's Tua. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Normally on third down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Now Achane on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5. The Dolphins sit 5-3 now on the year, and they come in off the extended break from the bye.
And I think it was much needed as well, because you play 2.5 months. You know you're ready for some time off in order to get prepared for the home stretch. In fact, when they looked at the schedule to start the season, I think they liked where their open week fell.
Here's a 2nd and 5. From midfield, here's Tua. He'll get this one to Ezekama. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the first.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Up the middle, Achane. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On first down, back to Achane. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. You look at this Carolina defense, and they've been excellent against the pass, the number 6 unit in the NFL.
And since this is such a good unit of covering passes downfield, I think that last play is typical of what we might see. A lot of short passes, see if they can generate some run after the catch, but nothing doing on that one.
Tagovailoa to throw on second down here. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So that one a hold, right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. Still going inside the 20. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A gain of 39 that time.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Achane will take this in for the Dolphin touchdown. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. That run's successful in large part because they had a lot of extra help blocking up front.
Yeah, you've got guys who can do that very, very well. In addition, they can catch the football. So sometimes when they line up with 3 tight ends, it's not necessarily to run it, and that gives you an advantage when you do decide to barrel off the line of scrimmage and block people downfield.
Steps away to his left. On the throw, led him too much that time. It's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there, because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Meanwhile, Young's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. What's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. To about the 26 here. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
2nd down and 8. Again, it's Johnson. And he'll get this down close to a first down at about the Dolphins' 19-yard line. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation.
We are watching a runner having a really nice game. Carrying it very well, excellent, but boy, look at the help he's getting. Offensive line, I think they're pretty eager to block for him.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he is going to have a Panthers first down, and comfortably so, as he gets 5 there on 3rd and a yard. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A first down carry here for Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
He was brought down at the 10-yard line. A gain of 4.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Dolphins 7.
Panther football to start quarter number 2, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Now here's Young. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they had lost 2 in a row prior to getting the open week last weekend, so potentially a chance for them to get away for a bit, keel up, and come back strong.
That's what the hope is anyway, because you're going to find out now with your team, are you still focused on being the best you can be for the rest of the season with the things going the way they have earlier this year?
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Two yards still to go. 3rd down now. Going to the air. Tagovailoa. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jalen Waddle, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. Sanders on for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Well, we saw plenty of that during his much-heralded college career. He parlayed that into becoming a first-round selection. And now here he is making interceptions in the National Football League.
And this is a guy that has all the physical tools, but the thing that sets him apart is what he's got between his ears. And that's the sixth sense for knowing where the football is going. Just an excellent play there to create the turnover.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Tua with a quick throw, caught out wide. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Dolphins are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. So, Charles, that's 3 touchdowns on 3 drives, and it's just been an offensive barrage so far.
Great word, partner, using barrage right there. I'm going to add another word if you don't mind. How about perfection? No surprise that they're leading right now. Absolute dominance throughout this ball game, and no signs of slowing down.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 4-4 their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we've wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
And the Panther first down.
Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to break through 1 tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Here's 2nd and 10. Young now. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
And Young's throw there incomplete.
It certainly looks like they still have some fight in them on this series, because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
What will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Throwing, Young. And that is incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. It'll be Young again. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll give up the middle to Johnson. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Javon Holland coming up to make the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's a 2nd and 8. To throw, Young. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. 3rd and 4. Now Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Chris Godwin, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to cut into that deficit. Down 3 scores already. This game was really in danger of getting away from them. They needed a drive like that, especially on the road.
Not only to calm themselves, but maybe tamp down the crowd a little bit because everything was against them. As you noted, this game could have gotten away from them very easily, but instead, the calming drive, now they have a little bit more confidence. Okay, we're back in it. All right, we're ready to go. That was impressive.
And the defense now needs to reciprocate. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. First down, Miami, as they get set to start the drive. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Achane here. They stay on the ground. And a decent gain there as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here now, 3rd and a yard. Here's Tua. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Now a 2nd down throw for Young. Out to the flat here for Johnson. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And a strong run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 35. First down now, but that clock rolling. Young, he's going to change it up.
First down, Carolina.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And showcasing those strong legs on that run. Getting through 1 tackle. Now she winds up getting 8 there.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That throw by Young incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hitting just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And they are going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on 3rd and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting.
He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Chris Godwin, as the first half is winding down. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Zerline now for the PAT. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now.
Dolphins 21, Panthers 14. Brings their line set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
17-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Tua now on first down. He'll let this go deep for Waddle. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Tua to try again on 2nd down. Throw left side complete. That's Hill. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they've targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not
because
at all.
Those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, a final shot before half. Forced out to his left. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Panthers going to get the football first, trailing here as well as we resume play in this second half. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? He'll put that all together and come out with something really strong, I believe, to get things going here in the third quarter.
To throw on second down is Young. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in?
Johnson running left. Stiff-armed him. And even 100 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick. He's been decisive. And he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
This 2nd and 4. Johnson on the counter. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
Young now from the 50. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you run deep when you catch him close to the spot.
They got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
This is how offensive coordinators earn their money. He goes ahead of the curve after first down.
Got 7 yards first down play, but then you get stuffed there on second down, maybe just a yard out of it. Now your advantage is evaporated. They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Young. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So the completion good for 7 there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here is Young. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They'll roll him out right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bradley Chubb able to record his 5th sack of the season. 1st and goal looked like things were set up nicely, and now all of a sudden on 2nd and goal, Charles, a big challenge ahead of them.
And you have to know when you're this close to the goal line, things are going to happen faster, so you've got to get the ball out quick. Not going to have much time in the pocket before the defenders bring pressure.
It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Young will set to throw. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Young here, you can see, changing the play. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. A bad time for a false start penalty as they're backed up now for 3rd and goal. Young to throw it. Oh, it's intercepted. A drive killer there. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Tagovailoa and the Dolphins come up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Hand off to Achane to begin the drive. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 67 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. Nothing too fancy, just a carry up the middle, but a successful carry up the middle against this 3-4 defense.
And to be able to do that, what do you have to control? The nose guard, right? Got to be able to move him. Otherwise, you're not getting anything up the middle. Nice job by the center. Got a little help from one of his friends playing guard.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. In on the tackle there, Brandon Smith.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Tua, fast pass outside complete. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-bodied tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, They're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down, as that'll be a pickup of about 5 as they convert on 3rd and inches. One quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Miami. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4. A give left side. Here's Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now 2nd and 9. Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
A run straight ahead with Achane. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. It was DJ Johnson on the tackle.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 3rd and 4 now.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. In motion, Hill. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And he will score. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Dolphins look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Sanders now to add the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And 3 interceptions in this game, and I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback,
but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. The busy night continues for Johnson, and a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Young's throw on target to Godwin here. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 44-yard line. Looking to throw, Young. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now Young going to move him around. From the red zone now, Young. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll swing this complete out to Hill. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. And now an audible here into something else. Back to throw is Tua. Throw caught by Achane. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Sanders on for the extra point. He knocks it through, and it's 35-21. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. Here's 1st and 10. Young to throw.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
On 2nd down, Johnson. Unable to corral him. He fights through and past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Now Young. Looking for Dotson, and he's got him.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
But just over a minute to go in the football game. 2nd and 10. Here's Young.
His throw incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Young. He'll check this down to Johnson.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins' defense is able to hold.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
The drive starts with a run from HN.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. Got to figure the rush is going to be fierce again as they come up 2nd and 13.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brings up 3rd and 12.
So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Air-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to convince your team that what you're saying is accurate. And you know what I'm talking about. Head coach always stands up in front of the team and says, guys, if we do this, this, and this, we'll win. And usually they say if we win the turnover battle, we'll win. Well, here's the proof right there. Win the turnover battle, go on to victory. Now the guys believe. You move on to the next lesson where you have to convince them. This one is now planted.
So for Miami, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the New York Jets. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they are barely afloat as they fall to 4-5. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.
So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
You